We are explorers. We as women, we as mothers, as our platform is Me, Myself, Mom, I would like to connect this that we are actually keeping on exploring life as we were a little child, we were a daughter of somebody, and we have explored our life in that phase of our life. Then maybe we have become sweethearts of somebody, and then we became the partners of somebody, mothered our children. We had our professional life, we had our ups and downs, and now most of us who have joined as speakers, at least we have started our own ventures. So we have explored life through our experiences as we grew older. Talking about exploration, um, I am exploring you as an individual as you have joined Me, Myself, Mom as members. We have been meeting in different networking events. I have known Sharda and explored a different world through Sharda. I have explored Raina through the way she has spoken about her journey. Today, there will be a new episode through Aruna, and it keeps on going on and on.
We have started school radio in the year 2015 on World Radio Day. February 13th. So there is a background behind starting the school radio. As children and youth, we all undergone inhibitions. We have lots of fear of sharing, communicating, and we are shy to share also. And moreover, our minds are conditioned by parents, community, and societies we are living in. Children and youth are not supposed to speak in front of elders. If you have any ideas and thoughts, whatever, you have to keep it to yourself. You are not supposed to voice. So that is how we are conditioned, and it is still continuing. So in the entire process of the conditioning, children and youth are not able to communicate properly. That fear remains, uh, uh, I mean, there in entire life, one if we don't break that fear as children and youth. So each one of us, majority of us have undergone this kind of fear in our life during childhood or otherwise in adolescent years. So I felt that it's a very important and crucial to break this barrier, so that children and youth build their confidence and they can choose and their what you call the heart, whatever they like they can do in terms of career, choosing their career, education, and finding solutions to the issues of today, or they can visualize the issues of the future too. So this is what our experience is. Even though India's population, total population is 1 crore, 120 crore, but we are neglecting the voices of 35 crore, around 35 crore children and youth who are in between 5 to 19 years age group. So this age group is very crucial. So founding years to they are going to be the future, taking up the responsibility as citizen of this country by voting and creating the impact. So after 18 years, they are going to get their voting rights and all, but they are unaware of their rights, roles, responsibilities. They never had an opportunity to participate in the entire process of decision making and taking up leadership roles or otherwise voicing what they want. And moreover, if we imagine 70 years from today, so we can't imagine, we can't visualize the technology is going to come, the science of quantum mechanics, quantum theories, and mathematics, and how artificial intelligence is going to rule the world. But we all need that creativity, innovation, research. Without these three, nobody is going to get jobs. Human intelligence is very crucial, even though we are going to be dominated by artificial intelligence, computers, supercomputers, and all.
I have explored many things in my life. And this was the realization that there is no age. We can learn at any age, we can explore at any age. We talk about, society, or when I was discussing about my students about this, also the same topic. So there are many, many reasons, for exploration. But I think the principal reason that we must continue to be to explore, because we are explorers. We know that uh, our civilization, or our ancestors, they explored, and therefore we have this beautiful civilization. And if we stop exploring, we'll stop being human.
Because it is Guru Nanak Jayanti, and it's a very important day. I think for all of us, a teacher is born in us to awaken the Buddha within us. And Guru Nanak Ji has always been one guru I have seen up to, because he had the strength of speaking less. When I got into this journey of becoming a trainer, coach, and mentor, was a little different, because I had always been a corporate professional working with chips and hardware design. So it was only me, my laptop, and a lot of soldering devices, and a lot of designing and coding. So when I finished my master's and came back from UK, and I was thinking and exploring, I said, what can I do different? And I got into this training and coaching world where everything was very new. And all we could do is talk. So yesterday, since at Right to Rise, we are working into gender sensitization and POSH and POXO, that's my area expertise. We have a group of interns that we hire all the time. And since pandemic, we have hired around 375 interns. So every batch we get, and mostly they are law students, some of them from management school. So one of them had heard me on their college POSH and POXO session. And that's how they had approached, saying, we want to do the internship with Right to Rise. Yesterday, he asked me, ma'am, when we sit with you on a meeting and we have to learn something, and when we have people you are inviting for our learning, I always see you quiet. But when we see you on mentorship or on speaking sessions, you go so impactful. So I am confused that when I walk into this world as an entrepreneur, do I speak very loud, clear? How should my presentation be? And do I have to always keep upgrading and talking? So that led me to explore what exactly was his question. Okay. And I was just asking Sabri 10 minutes back, Sabri, I haven't actually prepared for this topic. What do I speak? She didn't give me anything but a smile. And I said, okay, we will speak something. So my first learning over there was, you don't have to always speak a lot to put your point. I always follow the SLIM technology, or the SLIM mantra, which is speak less, maximum impact. And I leave that thought with you. When it is required and when you're asked for, you can leave your views. And that is what I have learned from my entrepreneurship journey. When you are at a corporate board, you should speak more, because only then people know what you really want and you aim as a goal in your life. You can't be silent there. If you want to hit the board, you have to ask for it. You get what you ask. But when you are an entrepreneur, you don't have to always speak. Sometimes being speechless or sometimes giving a smile will do it all. So Guru Nanak Ji's words again came back to me. Be a student of your life and you will find a teacher in everything and everyone around, but the best one inside you. And when I go back to this, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I used to ask a lot of things to a lot of people, because I thought if I don't ask, I'll never learn. And I mostly never used to get an answer because everybody was so insecure of giving. So I went back to this quote again today when I was listening, or when I was actually going through it. And I said, be a student of your life and you will find a teacher in everything and everyone, but the best one in you. And I said, I never looked into myself and asked for an answer. But today, because of the girl, I actually realized that I have the answers for every question I have. And I need to go deeper. It will take some time to work on it, but I'll be there soon. Maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, but where is the race? The race is only with me, not with anybody else. So yes, be a student of your life. You will find a teacher within you, which is the best. Be yourself and stop being judgmental. So I'm sure with this, you will explore a beautiful journey with yourself, being a more successful person.